All right, part two. Sorry, my phone ran out of memory, believe it or not. And so we have to do part two. We were talking about Need for Speed Underground. So yeah, we played a ton of that, was totally into the tuner scene, and had a blast doing that. Remember playing Max Payne games on PlayStation 2, uh, Hitman on PlayStation 2, just a bunch of different random games. We also rented a lot of games from the video game store up the road, so that helped, us try different games in the library. And it wasn't until a little bit later on in life that I got the original Xbox, and but the PlayStation 2 was the first, and definitely had a blast playing that, and definitely some of the funnest memories in my gaming experience. So then I got the original Xbox a little bit later, got to play the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance games on there, and they were a blast as well. I know they were probably on PlayStation 2, but I didn't actually play them until I got the original Xbox. Of course, played some of the Halo 1 and 2, had a blast playing those as well. I'm not the biggest fan of Halo, but it was definitely fun to play back then. I used to love using the sniper rifle, but I wasn't into all that like trick shotting and no scoping or whatever these kids are doing these days. Like legitimate sniping and everything like that is what I was going for, and it was just a fun game to play. And then what else did I play on the original Xbox? I played a lot of the NBA Inside Drive. I used to love the NBA, but haven't really got into it in the past, I don't know, decade. As soon as they started stacking teams with like 3 or 4 superstars per team, I was done. I threw in the towel. I was like, it's not the way I remember it. Like, yeah, there might have been 1 or 2 stars on a team, like Kobe Bryant and Shaq and stuff like that, but just not these mega teams. So I just stopped watching basketball altogether. I was like, this is dumb. The same 2 teams make the playoffs or the finals every year. I'm not dealing with that nonsense. So it might have got better. If it's gotten better, comment below. If you watch basketball, maybe I'll try to get back into it again. But as of now, I don't watch basketball anymore. But yeah, I played a lot of Inside Drive. Really fun. I like to create a character in there, and then as you play, based on how well you do during the game, you get more points to spend to make your character better. It was kind of like a superstar mode, like way back in the day, and it was really fun. And then go forward a little bit, and I get the Xbox 360, which is my favorite console of all time, which you'll see Xbox 360 sign right there. And majority of my collection is Xbox 360 stuff. Mostly in the beginning, my Xbox 360 was solely for Call of Duty for Modern Warfare. And if you were coherent back then, or at the age where you actually understood what was going on, you will know that everybody and their grandma's pet spider had Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and everyone was playing Modern Warfare, and it was just such a blast to play. That's when like game battles was big, and you did competitive Call of Duty. My brother was really big into the competitive Call of Duty thing. His team got first place on game battles one season, and they got sponsored by Turtle Beach, and they sent him like a free Turtle Beach headset and stuff like that. Really, really cool. Back then, I think it was them. They were Cracker Jack Surprises, and then they would always go up against Fear. I think it was Team Fear, and one season they actually beat Team Fear, and you should have seen the reaction of my brother when they won. He was flipping out. Like, they were so happy. And that was just, even though I wasn't playing, like watching my brother play these competitive matches was just an awesome experience for me, and I love that part of gaming history. And I wish that I could go back to when Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2 were like in their prime, because in my opinion that was the best period of online gaming ever. And I know people are going to say, well, what about the chat rooms and stuff like that? But regardless of the nonsense that went on in chat rooms and stuff, back then we could handle it and we weren't offended by everything, and you let it slide, or you went back at them with something else. But nowadays everyone's just a little weak. But back then the online gaming at that point was just fantastic. Like Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 era was just like the amount of people that were online playing multiplayer games like Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2, and just the camaraderie, the friendships. My brother still has friends that he played with back then today and still talks to today, and just definitely goes down as like probably my favorite period in gaming ever. And I played some game battles myself with the Cracker Jack Surprises, like B League or whatever, and we had a lot of fun with that as well. And I just remember, I can't even tell you how many hours we put on that game. Like, that was the only purpose of my Xbox 360 at that time, was just playing that game. And it was like, I would go to work, come home, play the game, wake up, play the game, go to work, and recycle repeated itself. But it was really great. And Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare Call of Duty 4 definitely will always be cemented in my memory as some of my funnest times of gaming. And I wish I could go back to that period because it was just a lot of fun. And then I branched out and started playing more Xbox 360 games, and just realized how robust the library is, how many different types of games there are. I know a lot of the games are on PlayStation 3 as well, but the games run better on the Xbox 360. Almost all of them do. And the Xbox 360, it was just a bit more powerful system at the time, and I mean still is if you stack them up. But just went through, played multiple games, Max Payne 3, played some Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5, and played the Telltale games. I love Telltale games, and playing Telltale games was fun on the 360. I love those type of games where it's like kind of choose your own adventure, story driven game. And of course play the games like Alice, really fun game, and BioShock, and sorry I have to keep looking back there, but yeah, just a lot of fun games on there. Assassin's Creed, although I got bored with that pretty quick. I thought it got pretty repetitive, but Assassin's Creed games. And then Need for Speed Most Wanted, definitely played a lot of that. And Tomb Raider reboots and the Tomb Raider Anniversary. Yeah, I love games like Tomb Raider. I love games like Uncharted. So they were really fun to play. And then, yeah, just a bunch of stuff. Gears of War was fantastic, but it wasn't until later that I played Gears of War, because I never played it when it first came out, because I was like, I don't know if I like that, I don't know if I like the combat or whatnot, but ended up really loving it. And I don't know what I was thinking at first, but I just had no interest in playing the game, so never got around to playing it until, down the road a little bit. But I did play the XCOM games, XCOM Enemy Unknown and Enemy Within, I think they are. And XCOM is one of my favorite series. I love turn-based combat. I love tactical games. I love games that make you strategize and think and plan ahead and stuff like that. So playing the XCOM games was really fun as well. And yeah, I just had a ton of fun. Marvel Ultimate Alliance, I just happened to see it. Marvel Ultimate Alliance was a really great game. It was fun to get a group of your favorite superheroes and just smash your way through a game. Really fun. The X-Men Wolverine Origins, I think, whatever it's called. Fantastic game. The movie sucked. The movie was garbage, but the Wolverine game on 360, awesome game. If you have not played it, highly recommend it. And so yeah, had a lot of fun with the 360, and then ended up obviously getting the PlayStation 3, because PlayStation 3 when it first came out was stupid expensive from what I remember, and I didn't want to get that, so I got the 360. So later I went and got the PlayStation 3. Actually, I believe I took my brother's PlayStation 3, and then I was able to play like The Last of Us and Killzone and other games that are just for PlayStation and not for 360. So I did get to experience those. Last of Us, fantastic game. Although I will say, a lot of people talk about how great The Last of Us is, but you know what? I'm gonna make a video about this. The Last of Us story really isn't that great. I mean, it really isn't. It's very plain, basic, but I love the atmosphere of it. The combat is nice and brutal, and you really feel like you're in a post-apocalyptic world and setting when you are going through the Last of Us games. So I love me some Last of Us, but I'm gonna make a video about how it's a little bit slightly overrated as a series, but we'll get to that when the time comes. And then got into my Xbox One, and ever since the 360 I've kind of been Microsoft focused, but they kind of had me wavering during the Xbox One cycle. I bought the Xbox One, I was super excited for it. I'm like, yes, it's gonna be sweet. And of course I played the new Gears of War games and some of the other titles they had, but it ended up being that the Xbox did not have nearly as many exclusives as the PlayStation 4, and really kind of wavered. I made a video about it. Xbox needs more games, so if you want to watch that, you can, but it's a video I made when I first moved down to North Carolina. And so I got my Xbox One, played the games that I wanted to play on it, and then I got a PlayStation 4 so I could play PlayStation 4 games and games that I couldn't get on the Xbox One. And I remember getting the Uncharted series, the remastered collection, playing through that and really enjoying that. And then of course The Last of Us remastered, and then Last of Us 2, and just right now I'm playing Dragon Quest 11 on my Xbox or my PlayStation 4, even though I know it's on multiple consoles, but I got it on PlayStation because I was like, this is a PlayStation game. I played Dragon Quest 8 a lot on PlayStation 2. Dragon Quest 8 definitely on my top RPG list. So I got it for the PlayStation, so I'd feel like, you know, kind of nostalgia with the new. And so far, Dragon Quest 11's been awesome. I'm probably about halfway through. And yeah, just different games on the PlayStation 4. But at the same time, I've been jumping back and forth between PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. just depends what I want to. If any game requires any type of online, I'll get it for Xbox One. If it's a single player campaign based game, I'll get it on PlayStation 4 because I only have Xbox Live. I don't have PlayStation Online, so I have to do anything dealing with online. I have to get the Xbox One version. So, and then now I have Xbox Game Pass, which has been great. I've saved a lot of money and got to try out a lot of games that I normally wouldn't try out or want to purchase or buy. So Game Pass has definitely been a great thing for me, and it's given me a chance to stream some games, and I'm going to be streaming more games. I know I haven't been real good with it, but life's been a little crazy right now. Found out, had some health concerns that I need to get back on track, so I'm working on that. And so yeah, PlayStation, Xbox, and other than that, we're up to the current. I'm not able to get the PlayStation 5 right now or the Xbox One X. I don't want the S, I want the X because it has the Xbox One Series X, I guess it's called, because it actually has the disc drive in it, and I want that disc drive. So I will wait until hopefully it'll become available at a decent price. I'm not going to pay scalper prices for stuff. I don't like scalpers. I'm not going to support scalpers. So if it means I don't get it for another year or two, then that's what it is, whatever. But I'm not paying $700 or $800 or whatever, $1,000 for the new consoles. I'll just wait. There's not enough on them right now anyway to really matter, in my opinion. So I'll just keep playing my Xbox One X, and it's fine for me. I have so many games on backlog that it doesn't really matter. I'll get it when I get it. So that's my life journey, two-part video that I want to give to you guys before I head out on vacation. And maybe in a little bit I'll be able to stream. So check out my Twitch a little bit later or tomorrow, because I have videos saved on there for about a week. So check in later tonight or tomorrow, and hopefully I'll have streamed some game. I have to figure out what game I want to stream. It's Couch Potato on Twitch, and that's all. So I just wanted to give you guys an overview of my gaming experiences, my gaming life, and know where I'm coming from, that I've had, a long span messing with video games and playing with video games. And I'm not one of these YouTubers that just talk about video games but don't play them. I'm actually playing games. Obviously not every game that I have. Just like any collector, you're not going to have time to play everything. So, but a lot of games, and lately I've been playing more than I've been collecting because I'm looking at everything and I'm just like, it's been sitting here for who knows how long, 5 years, whatever. I haven't even touched it yet. So I want to try to play as much as I can, and then focus more on the play and less on the collecting side, especially with the way prices are right now and the way things are going right now. So yeah, if you feel up to it, drop a comment. Let me know what are some of your favorite gaming memories. What was the first game you played? What was the first system you got? What was your favorite gaming experience online? Mine was Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, and Modern Warfare 2. Maybe yours was Halo or something else. So just let me know, and don't forget to check out the Diablo 2 remaster. Fantastic. Indigo Prophecy, if you have not played it, highly recommend it. And there was another game I was saying, but anyway, you can listen through and I'll give you the advice about it. But I'll leave you with that. Everyone have a good weekend, and I'll see you next time. One love.